Well, welcome to another night on the open mic tour, but tonight you'll notice we're handling the wrap-up a little different. My wife, Gaelynn, has been along with us all day today, and I thought maybe she'd give us a few impressions, and then I'll walk through the day a little bit. So your turn, dear.
Well, you know what? I'll let Mike walk through the day, but I'll tell you, it is so amazing to be out here. Mike started about 6:30 this morning, and even I'm amazed, and I know him. It's now about 6 o'clock at night, and he is still going strong, and we have a couple things left to do before we maybe get to have dinner. So it's been this incredible day. I will say that the best thing, at least for me, about this whole RV tour is meeting people, hearing people, seeing different parts of the state, and it is so different than sitting in an office somewhere and reading about it. To be out here talking to people, it's been fascinating. I feel like I've learned a ton. Run through the day.
Yeah, real quick. We started the day up at Panorama City, which is a senior center just outside of Olympia. Of course, I started my day in an RV park. You got to sleep in our bed.
Right, I did.
You were at home, but anyway, we went up there and talked about issues particularly that affect seniors and their aspirations and the quality of life they enjoy. After we did that, we went down the road there and met with the Olympian, the newspaper there, and did some television interviews. Robert Mack of King 5 News has been with us all day. That's been kind of
really
fun.
Yeah,
he's a nice
great
person.
Guy.
Yeah. And so, we've had him covering the whole day and interviewing me when we were in between stops. We then went to Satsop. I know you particularly enjoyed this, the development park up there.
I did. It's really fascinating. A facility that was designed as a nuclear facility and was never implemented as such, and what they are doing with the space and using it as an economic driver in the community, it's wonderful. It's actually really, it just gets you excited. It's encouraging to see what people can do when they work together. It's the most cohesive community of people trying to get something done for the betterment of the whole community and crossing party lines and all that stuff. And they're really doing it. It's really great.
It's really a thrill. I think the harbor is really, it's had some tough times, and it's clearly bouncing back, and that community spirit was so evident up there at the development park. Then we came down, we had some meetings. We did a little bit of radio down here locally and interviews, and then met with the local paper, the Daily World, and had a good conversation with them. And then we just finished an open mic here at the Rotary Log Pavilion in Aberdeen. It was great. I don't know, 80 or so people, something like that, came out. Just talked about the issues that face them, and people of all walks of life and all political persuasions. It was really a great end to the day. Now we're off to a fundraiser, and hopefully Gaelynn and I get to have some dinner together.
Boy, wouldn't that be great? We haven't done that in a while. And somewhere in between, though, we talked about fisheries and learned a lot. It was really, really interesting to learn about the sort of where Washington State ranks on a national scale, and sort of how they're getting their problems solved and addressed, or not getting their problems solved and addressed, as the case may be. But it was really interesting.
Yeah, the fisheries meeting was terrific. And, here in Westport, down here in southwest Washington, we have the 6th largest port for fisheries in the world. And you just learned a lot about how we can do better and make it more successful. So it was an extremely fulfilling day. I'm sure glad my wife got to be a part of it. Thanks for coming. And we'll talk to you again tomorrow night. Thanks so much.
Thanks. Good night.